Jai Mohanji friends, today we will start reading chapter 13 of I Am Mohanji, volume 2, Grace Leads to an Enlightened State. A big hello to all. Chapter 13, Seeing Datta in Nature. Warm welcome, that's the subtitle. Mohanji has very often narrated this to us. So, when people asked Lord Dattatreya, how can we reach you? Lord Dattatreya answered, look into the nature. All that you see is me. You will find me in nature, in the trees, in the beings around. I have contemplated these words very deeply and have tried to find and feel the energy called Dattatreya as Mohanji has mentioned. This incident is from February 2024. I was traveling from my home in Pune to Ganeshpuri by road. This is the time when the land for basing Mohanji's ashram, which means center, had duly been acquired. There were activities happening at the place to prepare the land for the upcoming celebration of Mohanji's birthday. We were set on this journey to support in the preparations of the event. I was feeling full of gratitude for this opportunity and was in a very happy mood. Everything felt extraordinarily beautiful. Looking out the window of the car, there are many available things to look at. It is said there are millions of sense objects around. We have 5 senses to capture them and one mind that perceives and processes. What got captured in my awareness was selectively the things of joy. The cool and soothing breeze that refreshingly tapped the skin, a row of fully blossomed trees laden with bright colored, colorful flowers that gently swayed as we passed by, a trail of sweet fragrance that followed us and more. When I looked up in the sky, I saw a bunch of tiny birds flying in a group. They had amazingly grouped and aligned perfectly to display a formation of the shape of a heart. Nature was silently interacting. I perceived this as a personal welcome by Mohanji. It boosted more enthusiasm in me to reach the place and offer to surrender. Here's a beautiful picture of the birds displaying the shape of heart. Next subtitle, Looking Beautiful. There's another similar incident that I would like to share here. I was preparing to leave for Serbia for my next Empowered program with Mohanji. The duration of this program was for a long period of 10 days. How much we all love to have these kinds of in-between off days. The anticipation of being with Mohanji for a long stretch of 10 days filled me up. However long the time, it seems short when we are floating along in happiness. These short times in no time become our best times that we cherish for life. I wanted to make the best of this time. I set out to buy some new set of clothes. I was trying new styles, experimenting with designs, searching for novelty and finding colors that arrest the sight. I booked myself appointments at the salon for some self-grooming. I got a pretty voluminous haircut. My fair skin showed up as the tan got removed. Eyebrows set to shape. I was riding my scooter back home from the salon. I was in a very joyous mood and my mind was occupied with thoughts of meeting Mohanji and the trip ahead. All of a sudden, what caught my eye was a storm of beautiful, colorful butterflies that had surrounded me. They seemed to have appeared from nowhere. I slowed down the speed of my scooter to enjoy their presence around me. Their presence had magically, in a manifold way, added to my happiness. I took this as a compliment that Mohanji sent me. This experience is probably a taste of how a dissolved existence may feel like. It is a feeling of oneness with the universe. The feeling is very subtle and very real. It is a direct communication with nature, nature reflecting my own feelings back to me. The butterfly silently whispered and participated in my joyful mood. I found Datta in nature. Next subtitle, Experiencing Fire That Needs the Wick only as a medium. A community day was celebrated. Fun games for all age groups were organized for the community people to participate in. I was also participating in a few games. In one of the group games that I participated in, 8 to 10 people were required to form a group. There were 4 to 5 such groups. The game was about lifting some objects that were laid on the ground in an order. The players had to sequentially pick these objects and run and place them at another pre-marked destination and return back to the original position. The group that would finish picking up all the objects first will be declared the winner. I am not very good or fast at running. I proved the weak link to the group. Our group could not secure a winning place. Not the first or the second or the third. These are just fun games, so there was no pressure or hard hitting from anybody of any sort. We were anyways enjoying just being in the game. However, in some corner of my heart, I carried the weight of being the cause for losing the game. As we were preparing to clear the ground for the next set of players, a little girl from the crowd of spectators approaches me and says, I watched you play and you played very well. I was astonished to hear that, as I did not expect our performance to come to even anybody's notice. And here was a little girl who came all the way to speak words of appreciation to me. The innocent child's expression shone bright on her face. My eyes locked into hers as she spoke. The moment was brief but a captivating one. I realized that this is a comment coming from the universe. My participation in the game was in full spirit. I had given 100%. I had given my 100%. This is surely what is meant by seeing Datta in nature. It's seeing the expression part of the beings around us. It is Datta himself expressing through various bodies. Here is another similar incident that can be clubbed together. At Mohanji Pune Center, we perform daily aratis to the presiding deities. Mohanji emphasizes doing Annadan. We always make sure that regular Annadan happens from here. We see a flock of children from neighboring communities come to eat prasad. So we offer the choicest food items that can please kids. On one such evening, we offered jelly sweets. The children just loved them. One small girl of 5 or 6 years very cheerfully said to me to again bring the same sweet the next day. She nodded her head as she spoke. The expression was very innocent. Mohanji has explained the concept of consciousness by narrating various stories. I would like to reiterate one of the stories from his blogs. Mohanji says, we are all one. We are pure consciousness because we have mind matter, mind, intellect, ego. We do not usually understand that we are pure consciousness. Like in the old story, when the child asks the father, where is God? Father says that I am pure consciousness experiencing a human existence. But I don't feel so. Why? Says the child. Father said, bring me some fire. The son brought a lit lamp which had fire on it. The father said, I told you to bring fire. Why did you bring a lamp? Then he brought charcoal that was glowing which had fire on it. Father said, I asked you to bring fire. Why did you bring charcoal? The son said, how can I bring fire without any medium? And the father said, how can pure divinity experience itself without you? That's why I'm saying you are pure consciousness. You're a part of Parabrahma, even though you are a microcosm, a temporary existence, a temporary being, but you are indeed supreme consciousness. There will be a time when we will realize it. Self-realization. Self-realization is nothing but you realizing what is already sitting in you. The excerpt from the blog ends here and we continue reading the book. The child very innocently asking me to get the same jelly sweets, innocently nodding her head, wearing a gentle smile on her face. It all became very lucid to notice just the expression part, the subtler expression of the supreme consciousness distinct from the gross body. The child from this story or the above one clearly felt to me that they were just wicks, while the expressions that they made were expressions coming from pure consciousness. Practicing to focus only on the subtler expression, I believe, could be the first step to getting enlightened. Next chapter, chapter 14, a missed experience. This is a missed experience. This is during the time of Mohanji's visit to the center in Pune. We were all set to begin our activities by lighting the lamp, which is a symbol to start any auspicious set of activities. Beloved Master Mohanji lit the lamp with the matchstick. After lighting, he was kind of looking around to discard the matchstick with which he lit. The fire on the matchstick was not fully exhausted, and the stick had the visible red light of fire on it. As I was standing next to him, I offered to pick it up from his hand for trashing purposes. A natural instinct for anybody to hold a burning matchstick is to carefully hold it from the safe, unburned part of it. A natural way then is to ensure that it is fully exhausted before we discard it. I did the same. Later, I realized I probably had missed a chance to a valuable experience. Knowing fully well Mohanji's supreme consciousness himself, I could have just offered my bare hands to receive the burning matchstick from him. I am sure it would have done no harm to me. Rather, I am sure it could have opened a door to yet another miraculous experience. Maybe the burning stick would get turned into flowers or would have given me as cool an effect as that of ice.